Airplane contrails can change how the sky looks. They can also change the temperature around us. Scientists and news reports now describe some contrails as planet-warming clouds.
It's just water vapor left behind by an airplane, but it can trap in heat. And a recent report says contrails account for about 35% of the aviation industry's global warming impact. American Airlines wants to change that.
It ended up being, honestly, a lot easier than I expected.
But how can something so thin change so much? When thousands of airplanes cross the sky every day, some of these lines do not disappear. They spread out. They merge together. And slowly, they can turn a clear blue sky into a thin white layer of cloud, quietly, without most of us ever noticing. So, airplanes really are powerful enough to change the sky. The clearest answer did not come from a laboratory. It came from a few unusual days in 2001, when the skies over America went quiet.
Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center.
All domestic aviation nationwide was grounded.
The Federal Aviation Administration grounded all flights nationwide.
After September 11, 2001, commercial flights across the United States were grounded. Within hours, one of the busiest skies on Earth became almost empty. For the next 3 days, there were no normal commercial flights crossing the country. No thousands of jet trails. No human-made clouds spreading across the sky. And for scientists studying contrails, this created something almost impossible to reproduce: a sky without commercial aviation. Andrew Carleton, a professor of geography at Pennsylvania State University, later remembered walking to and from his office during those days, and noticing how incredibly clear the skies were. For the first time, scientists had a rare chance to ask, what would the sky look like without airplanes? And the answer was also measurable. When scientists looked at the temperature data from those 3 days, they noticed the difference between daytime highs and nighttime lows became larger. About a year after the attacks, Andrew Carleton, David Travis, and another colleague argued that contrail clouds normally reduce this temperature range. During the day, contrail clouds reflect some sunlight away, so less sunlight reaches the ground. But at night, those same high-altitude clouds trap heat that would otherwise escape back into space. So when the contrails disappeared, the days and nights became more different. But this does not mean contrails simply cool the Earth. Contrails can do two opposite things. They can reflect sunlight away, and they can trap heat. But NASA scientist Patrick Minnis wrote that, on balance, there is more of a warming effect. And this effect is not equal everywhere. Minnis also found that the increase in cloud cover was more pronounced in populated areas. It was stronger where air traffic was dense, over busy routes and populated regions. So the 9/11 grounding became a rare reverse example. When the planes disappeared, the contrails disappeared. And when the contrails disappeared, the hidden effect they had on the sky became visible. But if contrails can warm the planet, can we avoid them? The answer is, sometimes. Today, some airlines and air traffic systems are already testing a simple idea.
The way to avoid the contrail is to descend a little bit. Think like 2,000 feet, 4,000 feet.
By changing flight altitude, sometimes by only a few thousand feet. That small change can be enough to avoid the cold, humid air. But there is a trade-off. Flying at a different altitude may not always be the most fuel-efficient route. So avoiding contrails can mean burning a little more fuel. Physicist Robert Noland of Imperial College London argued that the extra fuel use could be more than made up for by reducing contrail-linked clouds that contribute to global warming. To reduce one kind of warming, aviation may have to accept another cost. So the question is, would we be willing to make that trade-off?